take it to him. You guys ready? We're gonna take it to him. Let's go. That's what we've been waiting for. It's game time, fellas. Come on. It's our turn. Fired up now. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Come on. It's game time, fellas. Come on. It's our turn. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's show them how we roll. Bring it to them. Let's keep fired up now. It's our time, fellas. It's our time.
Welcome, everybody, to the day we've all been looking forward to. The start of a new NBA season on 2K Sports. Alongside Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan, the fourth member of our crew. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. And here's the upcoming schedule for the Heat. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Milwaukee Bucks. Then on Sunday, they'll be playing the Timberwolves in Minnesota.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Winslow in at the 3, the small forward. And for Miami, they've got Jones. He's out there with Jimmy Butler. Hero out there with Adebayo. And it's Nunn in at the point guard position. It'll be the Heat off the tip. Looking at league trends, do you miss the physicality of years past, which was so much a part of the time that you played?
I do, Kev. I do miss the physical game. I miss the bumping, the grinding outside in there in the paint. But I also love the new game and the spacing. You know, you can appreciate the game so much more. It's like going to a ballet and being able to see the movement of the players, what they're doing out here. And so I love the fact it's not hampered by guys getting thrown to the floor and grabbed. Do like the physical play, though. I just want to find a happy medium.
The shot by Adebayo, no good. Morant dishes to Valanciunas. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And the emphasis on mobility, a challenge for lumbering 7-footers like Valanciunas.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're not going to be the quickest when you're 7 feet tall, Kevin. I mean, in order to earn his keep, he has to be dominant inside. I mean, he has that capability.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Valanciunas. And with this summer signing of Jimmy Butler, the Miami Heat demonstrating they still can lure star talent to South Beach.
The Heat back on the rise. The Butler signing sets the stage for the summer of 2021 when they should have the cap space to sign another max player.
Valanciunas hits them both. Well, the Grizzlies' coaching search took 2 months, but they finally settled on Taylor Jenkins, a former assistant coach with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Jenkins, with an economics degree from Penn, fits the young academic profile of this Memphis front office. Worked for the Spurs 6 years as an assistant under Mike Budenholzer, who was the coach of the year in 2019. That pedigree helped him get the job.
Here's Nunn. Jaren Jackson making his last shot. Nunn passes to Butler. Lots of room. He squares up and sinks it.
Oh, such a well-rounded hooper. I mean, Butler, he runs a smooth pick and roll.
Here's Morant. It's hauled in by Hero. For Miami, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Kept alive. Here's Jones. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's his first trip to the line.
Two.
And that one falls for Jones.
Yeah, Kevin, the front office shakeup this summer for the Grizzlies. Now, the new leadership wants to take more of a long-term, proactive approach to things.
And so Jones nails both of them. And many fans in Memphis had hoped for a change. But, Chris, they still had some question marks with this new leadership.
Yeah, Kevin, that's because they're relatively young and unproven. Former lawyers rather than basketball minds. But we're seeing that league-wide, teams are going with former agents and lawyers in their front office.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
Well, that's how you play it. He does a good job of getting into the shooter's airspace.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down. And last year, a bit of a pivot for Justice Winslow in terms of his game. Found one of the better ways he could contribute to the team is through his developing playmaking skill.
One shot. That's it.
And for Winslow, he filled in at the point when Dragic was injured last season.
And Winslow looked really comfortable in that playmaking role. We know he struggled with his shooting, but when he can contribute with his passing, it adds another layer to his game. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now here's Morant. Off the left rim and out.
Not the most productive quarter he'll ever have, but his shot selection's been a little bit dubious.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. And so it's Memphis with it after the Heat pick up two. Butler with the steal. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
This is Butler at his best. I mean, he's a juggernaut player who makes an impact on both ends.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Floats one up. No good that time. Excellent D that time from Jones.
I mean, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
Butler passes to Nunn. And the rejection by Jackson. And there's the pass to Morant. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Morant's got his second bucket tonight.
Much more than just a perimeter threat. Morant loves to sneak inside and do damage.
Pass to Nunn. Pulls up on the wing. And too long on the shot.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
To the paint. It's tipped. It's stolen by Adebayo. Jones dishes to Butler. Yes, that goes in. Butler's got 8 points.
They have ridden him today, and it has paid off in a big way.
Now Morant. Brooks outside. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. No good from outside. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Here's Butler. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Some players might wear down during this kind of run. He's only getting stronger.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, a bit ago, Taylor Jenkins and I were able to chat. And he said Jimmy Butler poses a challenge. One of the top wing players in the league and one of the hardest workers. You have to bring your heart at or he'll embarrass you. Kevin, back to you.
All right, thank you, David. Now here's Butler, following the miss by Jaren Jackson. Here's Hero. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. And here's the fast break. Winslow's leading the way.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
So timeout called here, the first for Memphis. And Greg, when you look at the top perimeter defenders in the game today, how high does Jimmy Butler rank on that list?
Look, he's in the top handful, no doubt about it. Multiple all-defense selections. He is a true two-way terror. A moment here to see the stats for Butler. He's coming off an excellent season. Last season, he averaged 18 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, it gives you something you really can rely on going into every game. And you can also work off of him to look to create for others.
Now here's Morant to the middle. Here's none. Butler in the corner. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Brooks feeling it out a bit. Passes it to Jackson to stop the run, and the shot goes in. Jackson's got his second bucket of the night.
That's not who they want guarding him. I mean, the size mismatch is just too big. All he has to do is just keep attacking the rim.
Here's Butler, and the rejection by Jackson. Here's Morant. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Shooting one.
That's a high-level finish for Morant, showing more strength than he's really given credit for.
And purely from a physical standpoint, Ja Morant has it all. The height, the long arms, the frame to put on more weight, and few players are more explosive athletically.
One shot.
That's good from Morant. And with Morant, you not only get the physical attributes, Greg, you get the mental toughness and awareness.
Yeah, this kid loves to compete. The bigger the game, the bigger he plays. I think we're looking at a potential all-NBA performer when it's all said and done.
The Grizzlies trail by 3. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, he's a sensational offensive rebounder. Valanciunas, he just has the nose for where to be when shots go up.
Dragic with a wide open look. Good on the three-point shot. And the Heat lead by 4.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
Now here's Morant. He's got 7. Poked away. And here we go. It's Butler. Can't get the double clutch layup to drop.
Whoops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
Valanciunas finds Brooks. Memphis moving that ball around. Morant with it. 5 on the clock. Goran Dragic grabs the board.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Oh, textbook defense. I mean, it took a good angle to the shooter and bothered the release. He's pulling out all the tricks this quarter. They can't figure out how to stop him.
Here's Morant. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Pass to Anderson.
I'm up. Fish. Here we go.
Down low.
Yeah, watch Jimmy.
Butler feeling out a bit. No good with the elbow jumper. The Grizzlies trail by 6. And it's Brooks in the corner. Here's Anderson. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and Adebayo throws it down.
Oh, look, if you're open, Butler will find you. His court awareness, very impressive.
Now here's Morant. He's guarded closely. Here's Brooks. Dragic with some nice D. And so it's Iguodala. He'll bring it up for the Heat. 6-point game. Another shot. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Oh, well, it's clear that Butler doesn't fear anyone. I mean, he's relentless in how he attacks.
And maybe not the biggest name in free agency, but Jimmy Butler, definitely a star player on the market.
A handful of teams were very interested in him, expressed interest in playing for Miami, and got his wish via sign and trade. We'll see if he can make them a contender in the East.
That free throw good from Butler. You know what, Chris? Speed at any position is so vital. Who are the fastest big guys in the game right now that you admire and just can't believe how they go baseline to baseline?
Oh, the first one that comes to mind is Giannis Antetokounmpo. I mean, he's a Greek freak, but he's a freak of nature in basketball. His speed, his length, his athletic ability. You love seeing him. And I say a close second, Anthony Davis. And don't forget about Willie Cauley-Stein. I mean, a lot of guys that love running the floor and put that pressure on the defense every time by getting out.
You got to know, this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Now here's Dragic. Iguodala finds Butler. 20 feet out. That shot is in, just like 6 others have been for him. He's shooting 7 for 15.
Oh, and with the fast eyes, Iguodala finding the open man.
He's covered by Iguodala. Now the pass to Melton. Off target from outside.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Outside Dragic. Here's Olynyk. That misses, so no good on his first attempt of the night. Jones, the pass to Anderson. 1:02 left here in the first quarter. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Easy to appreciate the physicality that Clark plays with. This is what earns him those calls.
For Memphis, they have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
And that one falls for Clark.
The potential is there. For Clark, it's about expanding the range so that it makes him more versatile offensively.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Leonard, he's checked in for Crowder. Robinson is subbed in for Butler. Both shots good from the stripe. Miami leading by 5. Robinson kicks to Leonard. And here is Iguodala. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Melton. Pass to Anderson. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Now here's Dragic. Banked in off the glass. Dragic has got 5 now.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
There's 18 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Clark. 6 to shoot. And the layup's good off the glass. Clark's got his second basket of the game.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
Jimmy Butler has been on display for the Miami Heat, going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. And we'll be right back after this. You learn about Jimmy Butler, a difficult journey to where he is now. But one thing always got him through.
Basketball. That's that. It always took my mind off everything. It always made me smile. I had no cares in the world when I was shooting.
Boy, you hear that so often, don't you, Greg? Between those lines can be an escape from the outside world.
And in the end, Butler's obsession became his escape. Maybe why he remained so devoted to the game.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And when you consider how the Heat are doing, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Yeah, GA, great balance of efficiency and intensity, which is why they hold the early lead.
We've got Kelly Olynyk. Robinson is out there with Dragic. Then there's Iguodala. And it's Leonard in at the 4-man position. So that's who Miami starts the second with. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Jimmy Butler has made several all-star teams, but he remains single-minded in pursuit of his bigger goal. Butler said, "I just want to win a championship. That's all that matters. I didn't do it in high school, didn't do it in college. If I don't win it here, then I'll go to the 50 and over league someday. But I got to win a championship at some stage." Kevin?
I like that attitude. Thank you, D.A. Pass to Melton. Shoots the 3. Miami grabs the miss. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Memphis.
And, guys, these teams don't see each other too often, but last year they would have liked to see a little bit more of them, the way they were able to take care of their business. And, Kevin, they've dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second-chance opportunities.
The Heat shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. So both teams making some changes here.
One shot.
And that one falls for Olynyk. All players look for an edge, Chris. For example, certain guys are just so deceptive with the ball in their hands. I mean, you're always looking for whatever can give you that advantage.
Two of the best. Players and people can complain as much as they want, but Harden getting to the line is genius because he knows how you're guarding him, and basically you got to stay away from him to guard him because he's so skilled. And by the way, Curry does the same thing. And Curry, one of the smaller players in the league, but always finding a way to take the contact, take the bump, but to get the scoring up. And I think as a fan for me, it's fun watching the cat and mouse game between the offensive player and the defender, seeing who can get the best of each other while involving the ref.
Well, they just control their bodies so well. They know exactly what they need to do to get that call.
And it's all on the spur of the moment. I mean, this is
right.
all on the fly. Such genius to watch play.
Down screen.
Kicks it to Jones.
Turn down. Use that.
Outside Robinson. Pass to Olynyk. Beyond the arc. It's Clark with the rebound. Clark's got his 4th rebound in this one. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Melton, no good. The Heat leading by 8. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Outside Robinson. He kicks to Olynyk. No good with the triple.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Outside, Jones. Pass to Olynyk. Over Jones. Miami no good on that time either.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Oh, man, an awful display from him so far. But you know he's going to keep working to try to turn it around.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
For Memphis, they have been excellent at the free throw line. Here today, a flawless 6 for 6.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. Heroes checked in for the Heat. No good on the second free throw. And it's Jones with the ball for the Miami Heat. They've led by as much as 10. Inside. And Leonard gets it to go. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
There's the pass to Jackson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
The Grizzlies have been a winning team for most of the last decade. Injuries snapped their playoff streak back in 18, but the silver lining, a top draft pick they used to select Jaren Jackson.
And in his rookie season, Jaren Jackson, the youngest player in the league, he seemed NBA ready.
And already he impacts the game on both ends of the floor. A ton of upside with this young man. He's already helping the Grizz win games.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
Well, his father played in the NBA. He grew up in Indiana. His father was a teammate of mine, Jaren Jackson, over at the Wizards. We took on Jordan, and those guys didn't do too well. Oh, and let me get back to it anyway. But for Jaren Jackson Jr., you could say the game was in his blood and in the water.
Brooks checked in for the Grizzlies. And so Jackson nails both of them. Chris and Jaren Sr., a 3-point marksman, made sure his son worked on his perimeter shooting from a young age.
Oh, yeah, shout out to Jaren Sr. And even as some of Junior's coaches wanted him to focus on his inside game, Dad knew better. He said, sooner or later, son, you're going to need that outside shot. And boy, was he right.
Here's Jones. The shot misses. And it's Miami the other way. Robinson left side. Hangs in the air. And it's good on the lay-in. Robinson's got the lead up to 11 now for the Heat.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Clark, the pass to Jackson. It's rebounded by Leonard.
That's a shot they're always happy to get, even when he blows the finish.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. The Heat making a switch here. Adebayo's checked in. Then for the Grizzlies, Valanciunas, he's checked in for Clark. And it's Morant in for Tyus Jones. Robinson against Jackson. Pass to Nunn. 6 on the shot clock. The offensive rebound, Robinson. And the rejection by Jackson. Here's Valanciunas.
Put it back, put it back.
Can't get it to fall.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's Jones. That shot missing. Nice D from Brooks. The Grizzlies trail by 11. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
To the inside, here's Nunn. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And that's a terrific sequence at both ends there. There was the block shot, then the run out, and nice finish on the break.
Morant passes to Jackson. To end the cold streak, Valanciunas trying to free himself up. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. A different look for Miami. Jay Crowder comes in for Jones. And it's Jimmy Butler in for Robinson. Here's Hero. Brooks covering.
Hey, yo.
Nunn passes to Adebayo. Butler on the wing. High arcing shot, and it's good on the layup.
Timeout.
Butler's got 17 now.
Well, that's just who Butler is, an opportunistic scorer who pounces on any available lane he sees.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. The NBA fans sometimes called the sixth man. Chris, talk about what a difference a raucous crowd, a home crowd, can make for a team and a player.
Well, I could talk about that from my experience, but let's talk about from my experience first. Sacramento, we had a lady called Sign Lady. Now, of course, she had a real name, but she says, just call me Sign Lady. She would make the most beautiful signs. Vlade, we believe in you. Peja, every shot is good. She'd make them creatively. They'd be bright. They'd be big. And we looked for her for encouragement. The cowbells, how loud everyone there was. Some first-time gamers saying, this is my first game coming to watch. Go win, Chris. Or people that's been like, I've never missed a game. You want to do it for the fans. How loud they are. How they get on the teams, how they get on the refs. You got to love it. And then for the rest of the league, oh, my God. Last year in the playoffs, going to the Milwaukee Bucks, their home arena, that new arena they have there, oh, crazy. You want to talk about crazy fans? Go out to Toronto and hang outside with 10,000 crazy fans in the rain while they're singing and shouting and having fun over there in Jurassic Park. And we all know about the great fans that Golden State had all their years in Oracle, some of the most loyal fans ever. The sixth man, the fans being the sixth man, that is not a cliche. That is not made up for PR purposes. That's true and real. And some of the best players will tell you how those fans have taken them over the top, giving them energy to win some games.
Yeah, a lot of energy.
Yes.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
The Grizzlies trail by 17. Now Morant. He's got 7. He dishes it to Jackson. He's on target from 8 feet out. Jackson's got 10.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
Pick coming.
Here's Butler. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Oh, you love seeing Valanciunas spike it back. When he's active on this end, it makes a difference.
Go. What's the roll? I got your help.
Morant with it. Passes it to Valanciunas. Leaps for it, and it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
Looking at the numbers for Winslow, some last season stats for him. Averaged about 12 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
Yeah, GA, I like it because he's not overcomplicating things. I mean, he's just playing to his strengths and taking what the defense gives him.
I got your help.
Outside Butler. Yep, it counts. Butler's got 6 points in the quarter. The Grizzlies trail by 19. And here's Morant. He's got 7. No good from Valanciunas.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Heat shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
First free throw is good. C-Web, the NBA always trying to improve every aspect of the game, and that includes officiating.
Yeah, and it should include officiating, one of the most important parts of the game and one of the toughest jobs within the business of basketball. I mean, these guys are making calls on the fly without the advantage of the camera at home that we have watching through the screen, or without the advantage of slow motion technology. So first of all, kudos to the refs that go out and give it their best every day. We have the best refs in any of sports, I believe, and we still need to improve on that. The league recognizes that, and I love the fact that everybody's doing it together.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And last season, Jonas Valanciunas averaging the fewest minutes of his career. Greg, at the same time, he was playing the best basketball of his career.
I mean, his scoring per minute through the roof, rebounding at a career high level. He can dominate inside, especially at that offensive end.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
Whether he's starting or coming off the bench, Valanciunas is a nice piece to have. He's a big man who's a nightly double-double threat.
And the Heat making a change here. Iguodala's checked in. Good on both. The Heat leading by 19. Outside Dragic. Nice D from Brooks.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Miami no good on that time either. The Grizzlies trail by 19. Valanciunas passes to Anderson. Pass to Valanciunas. And it's Miami with the rebound. Butler on the wing. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Oh, what a talented offensive player. As soon as Butler is feeling it, he stays after it and keeps looking for his shot.
Morant dishes to Valanciunas. 1:41 left in the first half. To the middle, Morant. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Goran Dragic.
One thing Morant does with consistency, I mean, he keeps defenders off balance.
And this kid, Ja Morant, came out of nowhere, under-recruited in high school, showed some promise in that first year of college, but boy, did he blow up.
Shoot 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And Morant really impacts the game in every area.
It's incredible, Kevin. He gives you the points, the assists, the rebounds. But then you look at the box score and you also see a block, a couple steals. And I like that he shoots a high percentage at the line.
And so he hits both.
And what really separates Morant? The intangibles. He has a great camaraderie with his teammates already.
Iguodala, the pass to Adebayo. From downtown, Iguodala, no good. The Grizzlies trail by 19. Inside, here's Morant. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Goran Dragic.
And going up strong inside demonstrates confidence. Morant not afraid to get physical.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Olenek, he's checked in for Autobio. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And just doing a much better job of getting to the line this quarter than he did in the first.
To the paint, here's Butler. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Butler's got 25 points. Now here's Morant. He's guarded by Dragic. And Valanciunas kicks to Morant. Floats one. Second shot opportunity. That one's not going to go. Good work defensively by Crowder. Here's Iguodala, and he banks in the layup. Iguodala's got 4 this quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. D'Anthony Melton. He's checked in for Dylan Brooks. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead. And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now here's Morant. 11 points in the game. And Kelly Olynyk is going to pick up the foul. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Morant. So both teams changing it up here. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And so it's the Miami Heat controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, you have come a long way in this league. When you look at your career now versus when you came in, how different is it?
Much different. I think on the floor, I'm supposed to do a lot more on both ends of the floor. And off the floor, I think it's still the same. People recognize my hair.
Well, it is a unique style. Jimmy, thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Big-time play throughout the first half for Jimmy Butler. He had 25 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. He's got one of those streaks going lately where it doesn't seem like he can be stopped. Kenny, let's start with you. What'd you think about the Heat?
Well, it was the Jimmy Butler highlight reel. Some spectacular plays, made tough shots, superstar production from him at the first half.
Shaq, your take on Memphis.
Well, they struggle in a number of areas. Protecting the rim is really at the top of the list. They haven't made that a priority. They haven't put forth a whole lot of effort. You got to protect the rim.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
And so it's Memphis with it. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So on the floor for Memphis, Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Winslow in at the 3. Knocked away. Stolen by Brooks. That one goes. Count it. Brooks has got his first bucket of the night.
This is what Brooks loves to do. Get out and run. He's good at making the right decision.
Switch.
Here's Hero. Brooks covering. It's deflected, and they'll keep possession. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. While there's a break in the action, let's take a look at the players who had the most steals in the league last season. 5th, Jimmy Butler.
He showed such tremendous defensive instincts. Trust me, nobody wanted him guarding them last year.
Right here.
Now here's Morant. He's covered closely. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Down low. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Jackson. Now here's Morant. Tight defense on him. Jimmy Butler with the rebound. Butler's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
He has shot them in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's the floater, and it's blocked. Miami again turning it over. Here's Brooks. The pass to Morant. From about 16, they get it again. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Oh, this is the grit and grind Valanciunas gives you. I mean, someone that isn't going to give into the defense.
He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all.
And taking a look back at his performance at the line a year ago, a rock-solid 79%.
Shooting 1.
The free throw drops for Valanciunas. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Kicks to Butler. And they double up Butler. Pass to Adebayo. Here's Nunn. Off target with his 3. The Grizzlies trail by 16. Morant passes to Valanciunas. Rebound by the Heat. Jones has got his 6th rebound on the night. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Here's Nunn. 8 points for him. The 10-footer.
Well, he's got to be disappointed with his performance, but it'll be easier to swallow if they keep the lead.
Here's Jackson. Miami grabs the miss. Nunn's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And it's Butler missing.
They're having trouble getting going here in the second half. I mean, that's their 4th miss in 5 attempts.
Jackson kicks to Valanciunas. Now here's Morant, defended by Jones.
He's disappeared this quarter. He can't get anything to drop. That's not going to help him get out of the hole.
Here's Nunn, but they recover it. Rebounded by Valanciunas. The Grizzlies trail by 16. Jackson has the open look. The Grizzlies with another miss. Passes it to Hero. Brooks grabs the board.
Come on, you got to get up on him and play some defense. They won't get away with that next time.
Jonas! The high post shot, and that one's good. Morant's got 15 points.
Well, he's given himself a chance. 6 shots he's gotten up this quarter, but only able to convert on 1 of them.
Winslow against Butler. Adebayo tipped back in for 2. 6 points for him.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
And that one's good. Morant.
Picking, moving, looking for his spots. Morant slithering around the court with the ball on the string.
And Bam Adebayo. He just plays with so much energy when he's on the floor.
Boy, he is ferocious on both ends of the floor. Great energy player who can finish in the paint with the best of them. Very quick on his feet and can cover a lot of ground for a player his size.
And with that, the Heat lead is cut down to 14 points now in the basket from Morant.
That jumper is just looking clean and confident. Very little that Morant can't do.
Here's Hero. Brooks covering. Pass to Hero. 4 on the shot clock. From the wing. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Hero's got 5 points in the quarter. The Grizzlies trail by 16. Now Brooks and the pass to Morant. Pass to Jackson. Brooks outside. Here's Morant. And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
Even a blind squirrel finds an acorn once in a while, right? I did not think that was going in.
Nunn passes to Butler. He kicks to Jones. Here's Nunn. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got 3 assists in the game. The Grizzlies trail by 17. Here's Morant. And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
He's ramped up his game in a big way this quarter. I don't think he likes it when they're trailing.
Nunn passes to Butler, and they double up Butler. Here's Hero. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Hero's got 10 points in the game. The Grizzlies have gone 8 of 16 in the third quarter to put their second-half shooting percentage right at 50%. Morant goes back up. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got rebound number 8.
Whoa,
what a finish!
Run that back. I want to see the replay now.
Wow, Butler letting it all hang out. This is why he's an all-star caliber player.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Poor rotations. I mean, slow help and just not enough toughness on the interior. They've got a lot to talk about.
And Miami going with a whole new group out there.
And a moment now to see the stats for Anderson. Last season's performance for him. Last season, he averaged 8 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
Yeah, GA, I like it because he's not overcomplicating things. I mean, he's just playing to his strengths and taking what the defense gives him.
Passes to Melton. Memphis moving it around. Just 4 to shoot. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And what was that about? Not a good shot right there. Here's Iguodala. It's rebounded by Memphis. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. And that one, good. Anderson's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
So good at keeping his balance. Anderson doesn't let aggressive defense get to him.
Robinson kicks to Iguodala. Now the dish to Dragic. Kicks it out to Iguodala. Puts up a 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And Memphis the other way now. Wide open. And it's Iguodala with the rebound. Robinson against Jones. Iguodala deciding where to go with it. Here's Dragic from outside. That one falls. Coming off Iguodala's feed. Iguodala's got 4 assists now tonight. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Melton, guarded by Robinson. Here's Anderson. Miami grabs the miss. Leonard's got 4 rebounds in this game. Robinson dishes to Leonard. Now here's Iguodala. He's guarded closely. Outside Dragic. From the arc. And again, Miami with the triple.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and they aren't just chucking up anything. I mean, they're doing a great job of creating quality looks.
He's covered by Iguodala. They get the rebound. The Heat leading by 23. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, for the last 5 years, the Golden State Warriors have been the colossus that stood over the NBA. And there were thoughts that most teams were not willing to do things to be competitive, knowing that they could not beat the Splash Brothers, Draymond Green, and then Kevin Durant. But the Warriors lost to the Raptors in the finals last year, combined with the injuries to Durant and Klay Thompson, have opened things up. And for the first time in a long time, there are any number of teams in this league that believe it's their time.
Probably so. The West is strengthened. There's no doubt, DA. Interesting matchups coming up for sure. Thank you. Anderson outside. They could use a bucket. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Tough task trying to corral Clark there, especially when he's looking to score.
And this is his 2nd trip to the line in the game.
Two shots.
And he makes the first. Jay Crowder's checked in for Miami. He's off on the second. And the former number 11 pick in 2012, it's taken some time for Myers Leonard. But you know what, Chris? The last couple of seasons, his offensive game really is rounding into form.
Yeah, and I wonder, because he's a great shooter and a quick twitch athlete that can get his head at the rim, with a strong season at the line, could he be inducted into the 50-40-90 club? You know, his offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish you.
Iguodala, the pass to Olynyk. Dishes to Dragic. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Dragic has got 8 here in the quarter.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Here's Anderson. Great D that time from Leonard.
The D making that layup look very uncomfortable for him. Good aggressive work down low.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And Dragic came into the NBA with something on his resume that not many other rookies have. He has a ring from winning the Slovenian Pro League the year before he came to America.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Jackson, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. And Goran Dragic drops them both. 24 seconds left in the third. Outside, Jones.
I see him. Watch the pick.
On the wing, Jackson shoots over Crowder, and Jackson with the basket on the assist by Jones. And that's 12 points for Jaren Jackson. Right side, Dragic. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Yeah, great job of getting a look before the horn sounded and gaining some momentum.
And so it's the Miami Heat, finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And don't go away. We'll be right back. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on a platter, and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Myers Leonard is out there with Kelly Olynyk. Then there's Dragic. Then there's Iguodala. And it's Crowder in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Pass to Anderson. He dishes it to Clark. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. The other day, Chris, I heard Commissioner Adam Silver talking about that it strikes him sometimes how isolated players can be with cell phones and headphones, and those things wouldn't help that. Is it something that you've noticed or that you're concerned about?
You mean with my nephews and nieces and friends that are younger and kids walking across the street looking at their phones and not even looking both ways?
You know, your play-by-play partner, whoever it might be.
Yeah. Oh, come on. You know, Kevin, those are the times. And so I would tell Adam Silver, Mr. Commissioner, yeah, that's a basketball problem. That's a world problem. How are we going to stop any of that? We're here now. There's no putting that genie back in the bottle, Kevin.
To the inside, Jackson. The shot missing. Excellent D there from Hill. Outside, Crowder. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. And they're on the break. Here's Jackson. Rebound by the Heat. And here's Leonard from three. And he's good on the three ball.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
It's stolen by Dragic. Kicks it to Crowder. And it's Leonard, top of the key. Just 5 to shoot. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Crowder.
I mean, come on, fellas. Keep your head in the game. I mean, that pass should have been basic.
And the Heat making a change here. Nunn's checked in. Grayson Allen's checked in for Memphis. And the Grizzlies shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. Jackson to end the run, and he lays it up and in. Jackson's got his first basket of the night.
Relentless. I mean, Jackson just giving it his all on the backboard.
Here's Nunn, defended by Jones. Got a piece of it. Nunn passes to Leonard. Off target from three-point range.
Oh, defensive breakdown, and they can't capitalize. He'll hit that shot almost every time.
Hey, Chris, for some guys, playing in their hometown is a dream, but there's also that added pressure, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, at least when you play away from home, it's a little more quiet. You don't have to get as many tickets for the game. When I got a chance to play home in Detroit, it was one of the best moments of my life. And I thought to myself, this is a wonderful feeling, but could I have handled it for 15 years in my career? I don't know. That's 30 tickets a game. Oh, I probably would have to go back into the NBA again just to pay for those tickets. But I tell you what, it's fun. And for me, a mama's boy, eating your mama's cooking before a game, it is never, ever, I've never had a better feeling before a game than eating her food and being able to go out and play.
I bet. Heroes checked in for Andre Iguodala. And Jang drops them both. Miami with the ball. The pass to Hero. Here's Nunn. Outside Crowder. And the rejection by Jang. Clark, the pass to Jackson.
With the foul.
Great D that time from Leonard.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
And here we go, the Grizzlies on a fast break. Here's Jackson. Hill pulls it in.
He's gone off the rails this quarter, and it's a bad time to do it. I mean, when they're needing to fight from behind.
Nunn passes to Leonard. Over Allen. Leonard, no luck.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Allen outside. And the NBA is seeming to be at the crossroads of sports and fashion and Chris, music. Do you think it's always
Lord,
been
Kevin.
this interwoven?
Oh, Kevin, please. You see the outfits they're wearing now? Now I got to be like the
I
old
do.
fuddy-duddy, the old guy. Oh, my goodness. Guys are basically coming into the game like, did you turn on the lights before you got dressed in your closet? I mean, I know it's fashion. I'm not speaking about any one guy, but wow. I'm telling you, they've taken fashion to another level. And even though I joke about it, it's always fun anticipating what type of outfit I'm going to see guys walk in. Especially, I mean, come on. I love their games, and then I look and I say, wow. They have to be confident on the court because they wore that to the game today. They're confident in life all around.
Overall, right.
Yeah.
Two.
That free throw, good from Jang. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Miami's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Hero passes to Nunn with some arc, and the layup is up and in.
That's just great touch. The teardrop, oh, that's all about feel.
Outside, Jones. And Zhang kicks to Jackson. Pass to Clark. Memphis moving it around. Shot from 12, and it's Jones, that time on the assist by Allen. Jones has got his first points of the game. The Heat have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth, 4 of 9. Here's Silva. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. And for the Grizzlies, they're shooting only 32% from the field. Plenty of signs of struggle by this offense today. Jones dishes to Zhang. Can't hit from in close. And so it's Hill with it. He brings it up for the Miami Heat. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Hero passes to Adebayo. Clock at 6. He kicks it to Hill. There's the triple. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Hill's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Jones looking for an opening. Teardrop shot. It's tipped. They recover it. Good. Zhang's got 6 in the quarter. The Heat have gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. Here's Nunn. The floater. No good on the shot. Good work defensively by Jones. Jackson kicks to Jones. And with a younger generation of fans cutting the cord, Adam Silver has talked about ways, Chris, to make the games, the NBA games, more accessible.
Yeah, and as a guy, Kevin, that played on the West Coast, I know many people aren't happy with this idea, but I say move the games up an hour. Move it to 6 o'clock so that I could watch LeBron on the West Coast when I'm living on the East Coast and be to bed by a normal time where kids can stay up. But how about the streaming? I mean, you can watch it on your phone. It's so many better in different ways now. I mean, before, if you were traveling, you could never watch a game because you had to be by a TV set stuck into a wall. Now, that's your phone, your pads, and everything else. So I love the game. It's becoming more global because of the expansion and how we've gotten players out there in front of fans. And now, with the access that fans have through some type of mobile device, I just love it. I love it.
Hero, no good. And for the Grizzlies, they're shooting in this fourth quarter pretty dire at 27%. And he gets it to go.
No, but sometimes you don't need a haymaker, just a jab. You got to get those easy looks inside.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
Well, for Josh Jackson, not really the sophomore season he was hoping for. Didn't take a major leap forward and saw him fighting for reserve minutes at times.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Jimmy Butler.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Here's Adebayo. On the wing, Jones. Inside. Passes it to Butler. Shot clock at 6. Outside, Jones. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
And the second chance becomes a dunk. We could feel over here.
GA, such a good, aggressive play in the paint. Pass to Valanciunas. Over Adebayo. Jimmy Butler with the rebound. Butler's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Adebayo throws it down.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Brooks, the pass to Morant. And Chris, whether it's KD or Kyrie, we've seen stars grow irritated with constant questions about their free agent destinations.
I would just suggest to them to go back in time. Nothing's new under the sun. Watch guys like Shaq, myself, other guys that were free agents. It's a time to talk about it, and it's a time not to. And you can even speak about your impending free agency without insulting the fans where you're playing and without guessing of maybe where you will go next year. I just think that, guys just need to be a little more sensitive with it. Fans really want to know, and if the media's going to ask you the question, you got to figure a way how to handle that out delicately.
Well said. And the 3 off target. Miami's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the 4th. Here's none. Valanciunas grabs the board.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Nunn passes to Hero. 1:51 left here in the 4th quarter. From deep. But they'll get another chance.
And they get it back again. I mean, how many rebounds offensively have they had? Everything's going right for them today.
We've got 1:28 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Morant dishes to Valanciunas. Comes up empty down low. Heat shooting at 42% in this final quarter.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Heat.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Jimmy Butler.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
Here's Morant again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. There's 18 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Hero passes to Nunn. Miami needs to get a shot off. From deep 3-point range, the shot by Adebayo, no good.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Jimmy, you have become a star in this league, big part of the team. Have those expectations put more pressure on you individually?
No pressure. I think I'm gonna do what I do each and every night. I'm not gonna play well every night, but I just gotta focus on me, this team. Can't worry about the outside influences.
A real leader, Jimmy. Thank you for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.